All right, here's my Boxing Week tool haul. I'll get this stuff out of the packaging and go through it. Okay, just want to start off with an apology. I have this big case of old mismatched sockets from sets past, garage sales, things like that. So I just had them out. I was trying to make some sets earlier, but let's start with the less exciting stuff. So I just got some more gloves, some nickel coat, and some spray nickel coat, which if you're doing rotor faces and like a bunch of stuff like that, this is, or rims, the insides are rims, right? This is the way to go for that. I got this little squirt bottle. I don't remember where I bought this one. It could have been Princess Auto, it could have been KMS. Those are my two main stops I made. Princess Auto, I also got a couple more pairs of Titan pliers, just because I didn't have these exact models. So like I didn't have actually I do think I have a needle nose pistol grip, the Icon ones, but I think these were like $12 or $11. Got another set of those. And then I got a set of the super long straight 90-degree needle nose. These are the 16-inch. There's a part number there and a part number there. I just want to say quick, for guys in Canada, for things like consumables, like your Permatex products and your silicones, gloves, WD-40, stuff like that, buy the Princess Auto. It's the same brand and you're paying like half the cost of anywhere else. Like this huge thing of nickel coat was like, I think it was $27 or something, where that's how much like the smaller bottle costs anywhere else. So Princess Auto for consumables is 90% of the reason I always go. And then I always end up finding little finds like this. So pretty happy there. Then moving on to the stuff I got at KMS Tools. I got a nice hat. Got a wire wheel for my safety squint bench grinder. I got a 3/8 drive click style torque wrench. I'm a strong believer in the beam style, so that's pretty much all I use. I have a snap-on split beam with a little side dial for doing tires, just because it's so much faster. But I got a click style one that's like a lower torque range, just for doing things like fan bolts and stuff on equipment in the front engines, because you can't really see in there. So to set up my camera and everything, to use my beam style torque wrench is a pain in the butt. So I got that guy from KMS. Then these were pretty sweet. These were on sale. I've been looking at digital torque wrenches for a while. I've thought about getting the Quinn ones from Harbor Freight down in the States. People seem to really like them, and they're the cheapest option. But I went a different route just because, like the rest of my Harbor Freight tools, yeah, they're lifetime warranty, but they're 20 hours away and in a different country. So it doesn't really do me any good. And for something like a torque wrench, where serviceability is a big deal, I had to go with something I could buy local. The snap-on ones, I'd say, are probably the best you could get, but for a third or even a quarter of the price, I figured I'll give these gear wrenches a go, and then if I really don't like them, then maybe I'll see if my snap-on dealer will let me trade them in, or I'll upgrade. But I got a 3/8 drive, and these are the 120 XP gear wrench. And I'll say these things are a finer back drag and a much finer tooth count than most normal wrenches, which is sweet, because a lot of torque wrenches are still, 30 tooth or 72 tooth. They have this nice little rubber block on the bottom here, so when you're zeroing it out for the angle stuff, you can just set it there and it won't roll away on you, which is pretty sweet. I like the aluminum knurled handle. It feels really, really nice in the hand. Like, I feel like Comfort Grips, it comes down to brand and to person, because different brands feel good for different people, where a nice round knurled metal handle. I feel like you just can't go wrong there. So that was a good one on their play. Comes with this nice case. They come with the torque calibration sheet and a little owner's manual. Try and give you guys part numbers. There's that one, and then the same thing, just in 1/2 inch. There's that one, and there's the torque ratings too. So 25 to 250, 10 to 100, and these also have the angle function on them as well. And that's why I got them. It's just for doing like head studs and internal engine bolts. A lot of them are torque to turn, and you get those little dials and stuff, or you could eyeball it, or do your paint marks with a paint pen. But this way you kind of cover your butt, because the customer says, oh, they messed up. It's like, well, I used an actual torque wrench. So and then yeah, there's the part number on this one. This one was like $35, so it didn't come with the torque sheet. I don't think you'd ever pay to get this recalibrated. I think you'd just throw it in the scrap bin and buy another one for $34. Yeah, there's the part numbers for the Titans as well. Okay, also from KMS, the last thing I really picked up was this Bosch 12-volt chameleon drill. So it has the different head attachments. I actually already own this one. I bought another one for my wife's uncle for his birthday's coming up. Hopefully he's not gonna watch this video. But they are sweet, so it just comes, it looks like that. Little tiny batteries. They look really similar to the M12 batteries, but not quite. Little charger comes with, and then it comes with these different just these different head attachments. So you got this guy, which you can throw on the drill, and then it'll point it 90 degree in any one of those directions. So you got some pretty wicked angles to play with. So you can 90 degree out any of these guys. And I bet you if you got a second kit, you could do some wicked stuff with multiple of these parts. Comes with 2 batteries also. This is my favorite attachment. Again, you can do it in all those different positions around the clock. But for screwing in bolts and screws and hardware and stuff in like really tight places. And then it just comes with your bit driver and your drill chuck. It isn't a impacting driver. It is a drill, so that it would count as a drill driver. So you're not going to use this thing on like leg bolts, stuff like that. That's where you'd want an actual one, which Bosch also makes. And then what else I like too is the little drive size is 1/4 inch. So you could stick bits right in there if you want to be really low profile. But I got this one just to keep at the house, because then I only need one tool at the house, and it does everything that you'd ever have to do at home. Putting up cabinets, hanging shelves, that kind of thing. So super handy tool. It's pretty cheap. It goes on sale regularly for like $180. So to get your drill, your driver, the little step bits, batteries, charger, and it all comes in a nice bag. And I throw a couple of the little things like an outlet tester and some screwdrivers, pair of pliers in there, because for most home projects, that's all I need is this one little zip up bag. And then this guy doesn't really count as a Boxing Week sale. I ordered this during Black Friday sales, but it just showed up finally. So it's just a really super cheap exhaust back pressure gauge off Amazon for testing your catalytic converters, stuff like that. Make sure you're in spec, because I do run into a lot of cat issues here in rural Alberta. This guy I actually got at Home Depot, because that day when I was in the city, KMS was closed. KMS does price match, but they don't carry this kit, so I don't know if they would have. and Home Depot had this wicked on sale. I mostly wanted the oscillating multi-tool, but they had this kit on sale. This tool on its own was $200. If you buy these drills with the batteries, the charger, and the bag, it's $300. I got the whole kit, so this guy with the wood bit, the sanding triangles, a couple different grits of sandpaper, 2 batteries, charger, bag, and drill and driver. And I got it all together for $300. It was like 40% off. So like that was a wicked deal. I only have the impact drivers, not impact drivers, 3/8 stubby impact, a light, and a cordless ratchet from M12. And I really like them. So I figured why not get the drill and driver as well. And then I wanted an oscillating tool. I didn't want to be refined to a cord. And the M12 one was the most low profile. The non-fuel is a little smaller, but I feel like buying tools that aren't brushless, unless it's for like occasional home use, is a waste of money. If you're a professional, go right to brushless tools, like right off the hop. But yeah, so I got that set up from Home Depot for a really good deal. These feel super nice in the hand, and like it's pretty bright. It's got the old power setting style there on the top, not like those new impacts. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that kit. That's gonna come in real handy. And yeah, got myself a KMS hat. KMS Tools, I believe, is a Canadian thing. Wicked store, and they do price match, which is really nice. Very convenient, because you can just go in, show them, oh, look on this person's website, it's this, and they'll just match it, right? So you don't really got to shop around. You just got to shop around online. And then make sure the KMS has it in stock, because if they don't have it in stock, they don't have to price match if they order it in. I don't know. You could find all that information on their website. Just look up KMS Tools. This guy I got from Napa Auto Parts. I've needed a new scanner for a while. I've been rocking like a little $30 Nova plug-in one that just reads and clears codes. And then old Snap-on Modus that hasn't been updated since 2012, which have been able to get away with a lot of stuff, especially being in a more rural community, because a lot of people drive older vehicles. But it's getting to the point where most of the time I can't, right? So I got something a little nicer. I have to do a bunch of engine electrical diag on a 2016 Chevy this week, so figured might as well get it. I got a decent deal on it. I think they knocked a couple $100 off for me just because of the ridiculous amount of parts I buy from Napa. It's the MS 906 Pro, so it doesn't do the programming, it does coding, it has a camera, the microphone, stuff like that. You can get Autel tools super cheap on Amazon. The thing is, if you don't buy it from a North American retailer, they don't give you North American support. And I feel like something like this, if you're making that big of a purchase, spend the extra couple $100, get it from someone you trust, and then you have the customer support with it. And if you have issues, it can be mitigated. Like, I don't know what would happen 9 months from now if I broke or my scanner shit the bed and I had to get warranty and trying to go to an Amazon reseller that no longer exists. I'd just be hooped, right? Where I think it'll take a lot longer than a year for Napa Auto Parts to go completely bankrupt. I mean, it's a pretty good size. Sorry to cut there. I kind of showed the serial number and stuff on the back of it. Not sure if that's super important or not. It's pretty sweet. I haven't used it yet. I got all set up at home last night, hence all the dog hair on it. But it's just the tablet, the VCI, which does have a light, which is super nice. And then your cables and some manuals and stuff like that. Comes with a little cleaning your egg. The case is super nice. Like the Velcro straps are super strong. Like those don't feel like they're not stretchy and doesn't feel like they're gonna just like fall out or get wrecked. Yeah, if you guys want me to do a deeper review of anything, just let me know in the comments, and I'll go into something a little more detail. There's tons of videos on a lot of this stuff that go right down into the, the graphics and the battery lifespan and all that stuff. I'll probably do a follow-up video to a lot of these individual items after I've used them for a half year or so, right? Because if it's, something like this wire wheel, whatever, this brand. If I turn my grinder off and all the wheels fly out, yeah, I'll probably make a YouTube short saying, don't buy this brand. If a Titan pliers snaps in half, I'll tell you, I probably won't make a video because, they're $10-15. So, and they're warranted, so just go get a new one. Same thing with, like the cheaper tools, it's like no one really cares, right? Like if it doesn't work, you're not out a whole lot. But for the bigger things, you want to make an educated purchase. So I'll try and make some decent videos coming up after I've used them for a while to say if I think they're worth it or not. The M12 fuel stuff, it's a pretty safe bet. Same as the DeWalt 20 volt. I haven't used any of the other Bosch tools, to be honest, but I do really, really like that one for home use. Like, I wouldn't be trying to do professional work with that, but for home use around the house, absolutely. This is the non-brushless too, so maybe the brushless one is quite a bit better. I have used the Milwaukee version of it, and I'll say I do like this one more than the Milwaukee, just because if you look this up, you'll find videos on this that compares it to the Milwaukee and the DeWalt, everything else, and the Bosch is the cheapest. So for gifts, for my wife and myself around the house, went with that one. But yeah, it's there were some big ticket items. I got this Boxing Week. So it was an expensive Boxing Week, but I don't know, it's fun. It's things I needed, right? If I'm gonna be running a shop, you kind of need to be able to do everything best. Even if you don't buy the best, you need to be able to do the best. So, yeah, thanks for watching.